So I'm just going to read a couple of short pieces that are kind of from my Sense of Winter series. The first one is called The Gingerbread Man, the Fox's Story. It was not my intent to eat the gingerbread man. As you know, foxes are not seduced by human enticements, sugar cubes, sweet feed, scraps from the farmer's table. I was gathering myself for a leap across the riverbank in search of greener frogs on the other side, little fox humor there, when I heard this little squeak of a voice crying, "You can't eat me, I'm the gingerbread man." Well, all I saw was 3 against 1. The horse, the cow, and pig, all chasing the little doe guy. As you may or may not know, there's no love lost between the domestic and the wild. So I invited the little guy to jump up on my tail so I could carry him across the river. Those barnyard bullies were too slowed down by all that gluten and sugar to gain on us. You'd think by now they'd get it, that they were the cause of their own demise. Anyway, he was weighing down my tail and getting fearfully close to melting off the limb in the water, so I told him to jump on my back. And there too the water started rising toward the little fella, and I told him to jump onto my neck, and then it hit me. That smell. Like nothing I'd never known, warm and spicy, and something I couldn't quite identify. Before I realized what I was doing, I had him jump onto my snout, which was lifted way out of the water, and snap. I gobbled him up before he knew what had happened. I'm not proud of what I did, and like I said, fox don't normally go for that processed human-made fare. But now, every evening when shadows guard me, I am at a farmhouse window in hopes that another gingerbread man will make a run for his freedom. And the occasional pie left on the sill to cool has been known to find its way to my den. Yeah, the wife and the kids are hooked now too, and we're all having to squeeze down the hole these days. So, I say to any wild creature, if you come across a tiny voice calling for help, run the other way. The gingerbread man is dangerous. Regretfully yours, the fox. So this next one about winter smells is called coats. 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 You can tell I got a little drawl. Y'all might have a little trouble understanding me.
Oh, it's just fun.
What?
Coats. I love the essence people leave in their coats. Growing up in Florida, coats didn't come out till late November, really. So they spent most of their time tucked away in musty closets, looking for a chance to be trundled out and to let do their jobs. I first came to love the smell of the coat in the coat closet in elementary school. A long, narrow space in the back of the classroom with an opening leading in and one out. It had a secrecy about it, a place to tuck clandestine notes in pockets, and to brush against the fabric of some boy's jacket that you liked. The smell of the boys' coats were slightly acrid, with chilly wind clinging to them and earthy treasures in their pockets. Girls' coats held more of a soft, chalky scent, redolent of pastels and patent leather shoes. Later, I would come to associate winter with the pungency of cigarette smoke and coffee and my dad's heavy coat that he wore for fishing. It had the metallic, fishy smell of the tackle box, the damp cold of the high bridge over the bay that he favored for the big fish. Mom's coat smelled of Aquanet hairspray she used for work and of the restaurant that took her away from us in the evenings, but also of her lotion and her warm, safe motherness. Her scent always lingered with that of my younger brother, who didn't often get to wear his coat as asthma kept him indoors most of the winter. Like as not, though, I'd find the scent of forgotten chocolate slipping from his pockets. I think sometimes about my big brother's coat that he wears when he hunts squirrels on the river. It holds the smells of moss and oaks, the deep fecundity of gator-rich water. And also, the aroma of good whiskey and cigars. The houseboat, usually a domain of men playing poker after a day of hunting and fishing. As the lanterns are brought out and the shadows soften, I imagine confessions and talks that don't lend themselves to the sober light of day. All 8 of us had our own recognizable coat by color, size, and subtle scents. When we all gathered for Christmas, the coat tree by the doorway was finally full and seemed somehow lonely when the flashy sense of spring relegated our coats back in hibernation.